Hello everyone, this is a short YouTube, perhaps even historathon video for Minerva Day. And first of all, I would like to give a little shout out to a little place in old England called Hanbridge. It's near Chester, where there is to this day a real and still existing Roman shrine to Minerva. It has been and is being preserved by local residents. Its not so secret location is Edgar's Field. There are pictures of it online, and it's real. Okay, Minerva Day. What on earth is Minerva Day doing in 2024 is perhaps a good question. But either way, Minerva is a Roman goddess. So what about it? Well, there is Jupiter, Juno, and Minerva. There are all the others of greater or lesser importance. But Minerva is about war, wisdom, and crafts. Whether she is real or actually active in the affairs of humankind, or a personification of meaningful points of reference, those elements are war, wisdom, and crafts. So, one question is, what do these things mean for the Romans, the Roman people? Well, for war, are the Romans in an eternal fight for survival? And is it only their success that leads some people to think of them as aggressors seeking world domination with dark and shady intent? Or are they in a fight for eternal peace? Attack as the best form of defense? Or are they in an eternal fight for dominance? And whatsoever, is it not the case that they sought a pax romana after all the terrible and woeful business of conquest, an imperium was established? And isn't this the wise underlining objective of the Roman way of life? Wisdom is also for Minerva, or of Minerva. And you might have been thinking ditching their kings at the first and very earliest instance and instituting rule by the best, a sort of meritocracy and or oligarchy with democracy thereafter, was the Roman wisdom of wisdoms. Indeed, was this unique and slowly evolving mix of the Roman constitution the key compound element missing in other societies? Or that the entire mysterious process of arriving at the thought of the Pax Romana in the years before the Common Era, before Christ, was the wisdom of the age, if not ages, and that it and it alone allowed the Roman Imperium to last as far as it ultimately did. Not quite sine fine, without end, but head and shoulders above and beyond every other empire that has ever existed. And how about it? Is the best Roman wisdom to be found in the thought of, now how do I pronounce this word? I have no idea. Is it Posidonius? Or Posidonius? Either way. Anyway, the chap, he had a tendency, and I quote, Posidonius had a tendency to harmonise the apparently conflicting views apparently held by the main schools of the age. Okay, we'll leave that there. And the third and last is crafts. Now, I have seen silver-worked Roman serving bowls at the British Museum. And I knew that they were Rome, they were marked as such, and I knew what to expect, and I knew what I was looking at. But I was astonished at what I was actually looking at. I mean, they looked for all the world like some kind of version of English Victorian silver-worked serving bowls. Kind of, like as if they've been worked up, as if they've been made to, Victorian engineering precision quality. So kind of, perfection kind of thing. It kind of reminded me of that. So there is that. And then there are Roman aqueducts. Some Roman aqueducts still stand to this day, of course, and they are also if we allow ourselves, symbols of Roman craft. The details of their mechanics, mathematics, and final and enduring rendering are tribute. The Roman road is another. Some Romans used to end up, on occasion, up to their axle wheel in mud on the way out of Rome, heading down to Capua for the holidays. After a Roman road had been constructed, however, it was said, at least by some, that you could leave Rome in the morning and be yachting on the waters of Sardinia before dinner. Perhaps that is testament enough to the Roman goddess Minerva. Perhaps considering these things allows us, if only slightly, into the minds of those Romans walking in ceremonial procession in honour of the goddess Minerva all those years ago. There should be 4 further days of feasting after the 19th of March. Perhaps thereafter there is time to discover more. Happy Minerva Day, and bye for now.